We're going to be doing some 4th of July research. So we're going to be diving into this and going over different ideas that I personally found. So let's get into it. And keep in mind, everything that I used and found inside of this video, I was using Merch Informer. So I'm going to have an affiliate link down below in the description, and you use my coupon code, you get a percentage off, and I get a kickback from that. And there's also a 3-day free trial down there. So test it out. If you don't like it, cancel before the trial ends, and you get to test out the tool and use it. All right. So, which is really cool because it comes up with different ideas every single day for me personally. Now, first one, donkey, farmer, American flag, patriotic, 4th of July donkey, 4th of July donkey. So when it comes to any of this stuff, I'm thinking about right off the back, different ideas as far as animals, different animals being one of the main elements you'll see in this. A lot of these t-shirt designs are just the American flag. Now think of anything that you can relate to America and what people do as far as like different hobbies, occupations, people that are very proud to be an American. And this is what you want to think about when you're creating any of these t-shirt designs, because these are the people that are buying these type of t-shirts. And not only that, just the bigger picture, like what else can you do? Obviously, it's not just around 4th of July, but like, let's say like certain countries celebrate different holidays. So that's the bigger picture. That's what I mean by that. So this is a cool one. Just a donkey right there, and you got the American flag in the background. Let's look at the BSR. If you look at this BSR, it's made its first sell in 22.2, and it's showing consistent sales. And then obviously we're getting into 2023, and the sales volume is starting to be low. Now, one thing get lower. One thing I'm noticing too with all this, the climate badge, right? A lot of people are seeing this right here. The climate pledge friendly, this right here. Right now, one thing, it's like it's changed the BSRs a bit, you know what I mean? I get that. But the one thing that we're looking at is consistent sales. That's the thing that we're looking for. I don't give a damn about anything else. I just want to see that there's a demand for this type of niche. So if I create a different donkey, for example, and I put, let's say I turn him into like a superhero and I put the American flag around the neck, and then kind of he wears it like a cape. This is the type of stuff that I want to see that people actually like this. Now, what else can I create inside of this niche? And obviously, what can I do over here to create another top selling design like this one? And obviously, it's not copy the design. I'm gonna create a donkey like a superhero, and maybe that will be a good idea. I'm not sure if that will work, but only one way to find out is to actually test it and do it. So that's where I'm getting at with that. Now, next, red, white, and blue fighter jets. Now, with 4th of July, fireworks and jets, this right here it seems to be a really good trend on Amazon.com, and then just you'll see a lot of these type of designs like this with the silhouettes of the jet, and then like you can see the stream of the red, white, and blue, and then you got fireworks in the background. You're going to see that this is a really popular design. It's been around for a while, right? And I've been seeing this over the last few years of doing research. So with that being said, that you know that there's a demand, there's a ton that can be done right here with this, and there's obviously probably a few different ideas that can be created. This is created in 2020. Well, it's made its first sale in 2023, right? You can see right before 4th of July. So now's the time you're going to see that like we're getting search volume. I'm making sales already on 4th of July designs myself. Now, if we look at this, you can see that as soon as it gets closer and closer, it seems to be consistently ranking. Now, you can leverage something like this. This is a good idea because this is an evergreen design. Now, it's not making a lot of sales, but if you create something around this, you can make a consistent seller where it will be making sales pretty much every other day or once a week, right? And then when 4th of July comes around, there's going to be a big trend in this type of design where you'll make a little bit more sales, more money, more velocity, all that fun stuff. So I think the bigger picture here is if you have a top selling design, think about how ways that you can obviously convert it into a 4th of July, like American colors, red, white, and blue. And then if you want to go into this, I'd recommend going into like, airplanes, anything like that. That'll be a real big niche to dive into and make sales. Red, white, and cool. You got a Dinosaur TRex inside of a monster truck. And this is another one too, right behind the jets, I believe, is the monster truck. The monster truck is big, and we're going to watch. There's some pretty cool stuff that I found inside this video, so keep on watching to the very end of this. This is red, white, and blue, but you got a T-Rex, back of a monster truck, and they obviously who do you think this is? Who's buying this? Like the mom and dad, or the grandpa, or the auntie and the uncle are buying it for the little kid, the little boy or the little girl, in the family. And this is a really cool T-shirt, right? Red, white, and cool. I don't know how much cooler you have to get. You got a T-Rex in the back of a monster truck. Come on, man, that's cool. All time, you're gonna see that it's made its first sale 22.2. And then it's consistently making sales. There's a little bit of a loop over the top, a little bit of another loop over the top, but then in 2023, it seems to catch that. You can see like it's making sales in January, February. You know, this is what you want to see because this can be considered an evergreen design. All right, and then I'm not sure what happens right here, but it looks like it went all the way down into June. It trended down to its lowest point. Now this year it seems to be ranking in even more and doing some really good results. Now mixing dogs, thinking dogs, cats, red, white, and wieners. Like that's just funny, dude. It's a wiener dog, right? But it's cool because look, you got this little scarf on, right? And then you got the American flag in the background. This is just like a really cool design, right? And the white text, the glasses on, this is just a dope design. So like anything, you can create something like this. Think of anything like this. I have a few actual animal designs where I actually have like the 4th of July or American patriotic type of design. And they work really well. They work really good. 4.6 out of 5 reviews, 3 ratings, come down. And then you're going to see it made its first sale in 2023. But then as soon as we're getting closer to 4th of July, you kind of see it goes all the way down. And it's selling, and it's like doing this weird flat line and selling again. And let's see I'm curious to see what this design does this year. I'm pretty sure it's going to make consistent sales, especially when you get closer to, it seems like when you get closer to June. But I feel like it's going to start, it's already started for it. You can see it's already started making sales right here, the 13th of April. And look at it. Boom. The man behind the firecracker. So pregnancy announcements. So this works for any holiday. But look how they're putting like the own flip on it. The man behind the firecracker, right? So, and then I'm pretty sure the other person's going to be wearing I am the firecracker or something like that. 5.0 out of 5.0. 2 ratings, right? The red, white, and blue again. But you got a firecracker, come down. Also, too, you see the design, how it takes up the whole space, right? It takes up the whole design space. It's made its first sale in 2020, and then 2021 it makes sales again, and then in 2022 it's made sales again, then 23 it sells again, and like this BSR is a little weird for me. But for 4/18 today it made it sell. It's at 79K BSR, so it's showing a little bit of momentum as of today, and it's making sales, which is a good thing, right? Because it's starting a little early. So like I said, you get ahead of it right now. This is a design that's made a sale today for 4th of July and going in. Monster truck, 4th of July. Got boys, American flag, men, USA. This is a cool monster truck. Really awesome. The flag in the back, a flag over the top of the truck, flag on the truck. There's like 3 different flags. You may say that maybe a little bit too much going on with the flag in the background. Maybe you don't need the flag in the background. Maybe you can put some dirt or something. I'm not sure how that would look. It's all about testing it out at the end of the day, but it's a pretty dope design, right? 5 out of 5, 1 rating only. Come down, you can $19.95. All-time sales. It's made its first sale in June 2023, and then it's making sales. Remember, keep in mind too, if you're new to this, the BSR is basically, you see it go up right here, and it drops down. That means it's made its sell. So after 4th of July, it's making sales. Going into Q4, it seems to be making consistent sales. So and then right now, as of 4/19, well, today's 4/18, 4/19, let me go down. Yeah, so it's making sales. It's starting to crank in and make sales. So so keep an eye out for this type of stuff. Like, obviously, if it's already making sales like almost 3 months ahead, and that means like now's the time to get on this and create something cool like this. Like, it's like showing that it's made a sell as of today, and I would jump on that, except creating something like that. Now, one thing was, now you have think of this, a monster truck with American flag style, right? American flag theme, but now you're including the jets. Kids monster truck USA, right? This is a really cool design. Look at the red, white, and blue with the jets, right? And the silhouette of the jets. This is a dope design. Now, if we come down, let's see what this BSR says. It's made its first sale in 2023, right? And I feel like America, maybe just with this text, but it's a dope design. I'm trying to figure out what else needs to be done here. It probably just needs some ads or something, but it seems to be finally cranking in over here this year, right? And I think that I feel like this design is going to do some damage this year as far as sales. So keep an eye on this one right here. Little Miss America, funny 4th of July. This is like a cute, like little girl t-shirt. No ratings yet. Let's come down. I like the style of the design. Go down. There's no BSR yet either, but it was uploaded. So 2/13. It's obviously making some sales, but there's no BSR on this one. This is another one to pay attention to. Let's come down. I wish I had a little bit more data right here on this one so I could share it with you, but we don't on this one. But it's been up since 22.2, but it's ranking in. So maybe keep an eye on this one, see how it's doing. But like, think of like cute little sayings for like little girls about Little Miss America, or, my favorite American, or something like that. My cute little American. Little things like that can work pretty good. Now, the American bald eagle. Now he's American flag has the jets around him, and he's like a pilot, right? A fighter pilot. Look at this. This is pretty cool. 5 out of 5, 2 ratings. We come down. Let's look at the BSR. That's a lot of detail work in this one. Pretty cool. He even has, I think he has a bandana on too. He has the gear on, everything. So it's made its first sale in 2023, October. And then the whole October's making sales. And then it comes in. And then I feel like right now, look, it dropped to 40K, which is its best ever on the 14th. Now let's see how this one does too as well. Like this one it doesn't have that much data, but it's showing the algorithm that it does sell. So I feel like this one too, it's still an early design, newer one. Maybe if you mess with the pricing a little bit, because if you know, one thing I've tested before is like if you mess with the pricing, you lower the pricing. One thing is you put the price lower, it's going to get more sales. Maybe that can trigger the algorithm. It will trigger the algorithm to that this is our selling product. But there's no guarantee that it's going to go just like boom, go crazy. Obviously, you got to keep in mind, you raise the price, you're obviously going to get more of a royalty. But you'll see a lot of people that are putting their price points real low to get the sales velocity going, to show the algorithm that this product makes sales. And then once it does that, they kind of, like within a week or so, they'll bump it up to like $16 or $17.99, right? So they'll put it at $13.38, $13.39. And then once it starts to make sales, they'll put it up to $13.99, $14.99, $15.99. I've done this over the years where I just tested it, but sometimes it gets a little, when you're doing a lot of stuff, you're like, dude, I can't go back and do this and do that and do that. It's all up to you. It's all about testing at the end of the day. I'm not going to tell you how to price your products, but that way of showing the algorithm that it makes sales is a really good way to do that. Come down here, you got a American flag, 4th of July flower. So, and it's a flower, right? And then it has the red, white, and blue. Look at the stars, and then got the little butterflies that are flying off of the flower. That's pretty cool. This is cool. It says USA 4.4 out of 5. Really cool design. All-time sales. Let's see. Made its first sale in 2023, but that whole year is just showing consistent sales. Now this year, I'm curious to see what it does, because this is another one. It's showing consistent sales. Maybe 4th of July is going to give us a boost. My pronouns are USA, 4.5 out of 5, 2 ratings. And it's just being like a funny, sarcastic design, right? And all time, let's look at the all-time sales. Made its first sale in June, and it did go lower once you got closer to 4th of July, right? You can see that went all the way down to 79 KBSR. Remember, the lower the BSR, the more sales velocity. And then it's been making sales even after 4th of July, like going into September, Q4 and stuff. And then over here, 4/12, it made a sell on 4/12 of this month, right? On the 12th. So it's dropped down to 51 KBSR. Let's see what it does. It's showing, like, by looking at the results right here, it's showing that it's going to basically nosedive and trend down into making more sales. Teach love freedom. Now, Memorial Day. Let's check this out real fast. This is interesting because basically just going into Memorial Day, which is May 27th, and then going straight into 4th of July, right? These are big days for just America in general. So this is a really good idea. This is basically like covering 2 trends at once. And the same theme that I'm talking about in this video, as far as like the red, white, and blue, the flags, mixing anything is first like this, a teacher, teach love freedom, right? That's a really awesome saying, and like a cute little design for a teacher in any type of event does really well. If you're unaware of that, it does really well. That's just what it is. If we come down right here, let's look at the all-time BSR. It's a simple text base, got little cute little heart drawing elements in there. And if you see right here, it made its first sale in June 2021, and it's been consistently making sales over the year. But now that we know that with the Memorial Day and 4th of July, it's like we're going to leverage both this one and then leverage 4th of July and then to leverage both of these to make a top selling design on Amazon. So think about that. These are like 2, you're going to hit 2 for 1 if you do this correctly. Just here for the Gizzy. This is a cool design. I want you to think about, because you can even substitute the Gizzy for like a hamburger or nachos or anything like that. This is a really cool one. Gizzy of July. So that's a soda and a hot dog holding up like a flag, right? And if we go down all time, you're going to see that it's made its first sale in 2023, right? And then it's just consistently making sales all the way till like pretty much that whole year. And then and then after that too, just going into 2024, look at consistency in Q4. Now this right here, this design might crush for 4th of July too, because it just showed over the year, the last year, that the sales velocity, which is powerful. Come down now. Nurses, doctors, anything around the medical field, these people are very proud to do what they do. And when you mix that with being a proud American, you got a very, very passionate niche, sub niche, whatever you want to call it. It's powerful. Those people make good money, and they definitely would love to make a statement and wear it on their chest, wear it on their shirt to show people like, this is who I am and this is what I do. Right? So vintage nursing American flag, 4.4 out of 5, 6 ratings. Let's look at the all time. I'm looking at this 2021, it's made its first sale, and then all the way through June, and then all the way, some of them making sales in Q4, but it's showing, and then in June again, getting closer to July 4th of July, continuously making sales. Maybe if you put a little bit more ads to this or promoted this somehow, some type of way, this can definitely make more sales. But it's showing the algorithm that it's making sales, which is a good thing. Red, white, and moo. Patriotic cow. The farmer. No farmer in there. But this is a really cool. You got the cow with the little the glasses on and a little bandana tie over the top of the cow's head. Right. 5.0. One rating all time. Let's see. First sale in 2023. Now in June, look at this. In 2023, it was selling consistently over and over. So as long as they didn't mess nothing up, this should do the same exact thing in July. Now remember, we're still a little bit of a ways. So it's made its last sale on the 11th, which is 7 days ago. So it's definitely showing the algorithm to make sales, that it's making sales, and it's going to be, looks like it's going to trend into 4th of July and Memorial Day, and definitely do some more. Now, one of the sports is, when I think about America, I'm thinking about wrestling. It's been around for wrestling. It's been around for forever, right? So a silhouette, American flag, 2 wrestlers trying to wrestle. Yeah, that's just what it is all time. It's made its first sale in 2022, and then it just consistently making sales. In Q4, it seems like it does a little bit of damage there. And then February 2023 seems to do a little bit of damage. And then Q4 again, 2023, it's doing pretty good. 22 Q4 is doing good, and then 2023 starts to do the same. Got some American patriotic butterflies, 4 ratings, 5.0 out of 5. I'm down. See all time. First sell in 2021, and it's made a sell. Let's see what it does. It's made a sell 6 days ago, and then it's made us another sell today. Interesting. I think something like this would do really good. The color, it's a pretty cool t-shirt. I feel like it's an underserved design. Maybe, like I said, something like this can reboost itself with ads. I'm Star Spangled Hammered. It makes you feel like you're drunk because it's like a blurry type of design. Beer drinker, alcohol, funny, 4th of July, hammered t-shirt. That's a pretty cool one. Got the little beer cans on the side right there. It's come down. Look at all-time sales. It's made its first sale in 2021, and then in June it's made some sales in 2021. Let's see, it goes again in June again, and then in June again, and then this year it seems in 2023 and then 2024 it seems to be selling consistently. Look at that. Compared to the other years, it's showing more consistency compared to any of these other years. So this is interesting. Let's see what this does. It's like showing some heart here of consistent sales and showing the algorithm like, hey, this is a good t-shirt design. Let's see. Always got the skeletons dancing 4th of July. Got some fireworks going on. They're dancing, having fun. Pretty cool design. All time. Let's see. First sale 2023 of June, which it did show some sales. And then right now it's sold in last month, and then it sold again about 11 days ago. So it's definitely showing some consistent selling this year as far as the last almost 30 days. So it sold like 1 to 2 times, but let's see what it does. Got a raccoon 4th of July. Pretty cool. Got a raccoon with some cool glasses. Got the background, so it's more of like a black and white type flag of the American flag in the back, and like some little paint spatter on it. 5.0, 5 ratings. No, 3 ratings and the 5.0 out of 5 all-time sales. Let's take a look. Oh, look, it's doing something. And what I'm thinking about when you see this type of design like this, I know that I watched a few raccoon videos on TikTok. When you're seeing anything on social media and it's trending or doing something, it's a possible t-shirt design if you think about it that way. If you see something that's a new animal or something that's new, or a new creature that was discovered. I've talked about this last year and the year before with the Exolotl. You're seeing that the Exolotl is it's a new creature, and all of a sudden it's turned into a top-selling design, and now it's making sales, and I'm pretty sure the Exolotl will work this year too as well. Nothing taken from the raccoon. Raccoons are cool too, but everyone was amazed over Exolotls. But now, same thing with the raccoons. The raccoons are seems to be just as popular as Exolotls, and that's just the way it is. People on social media love that. So with that being said, it's like free advertisement in a way. If you can create a cool t-shirt by looking at this, you can see that there's a demand for this. So for 4th of July, this should definitely be making sales right here. Expecting a little firecracker. You can see the pregnancy announcement that we touched on earlier in this video. Cool design idea. Pregnancy t-shirts work really well for any event, any holiday. Doesn't matter what it is. And then first sale in 2021. You see the little scribbly scrabble stuff. And it seems like every June it does that. And then for 2023, you can see it goes into 2024. It's making sales already. So it's a good sign. It's a good sign right here for this design. Flamingos, 4th of July, got the silhouette, and we got the American flag image in the inside of them. Fireworks going on in the background. Let's take a look. All right, let's see. 5/28/2023 first sale, and then it gets into June. It's starting to make sales. And then it just stops, and then it makes one sell right here in September, and then it goes up, makes one sell in 2024 January. Goes down, makes another sell this month. So let's see what it does. So it gets closer to June. It's basically the algorithm saying is once it gets closer to June, it's going to make more sales. That's what that's saying. This is a cool one. It's basically an outline of a tooth for a dental assistant, a dentist, whatever you want to call it. And then they got the American flag theme. So you can do this with a few different things. So think of different occupations that you can possibly do this with. That'd be a really good idea. Or just certain animals or anything like that. You can do a silhouette of an animal and put like the American flag theme in there. Anything like that will work really good. No ratings. Let's come down. All time. 2023. It's made its first sale in May. Now it's making sales in March, April, and we made a sell again. So it's made 2 sales already this month, getting closer and closer to when it's made its first sell in May. So this should do a good amount of sales. Now this is a cool one. American flag guitar. Got the end of the guitar, right? And American flag, like a rustic style guitarist, country music. This is a cool one. I touched on this one too. Just country music. The country black cowgirl. That was a cool one that I found. But just think of country music in general, right? So this is a cool one. 4.0 out of 5, 1 rating. Cool design. All time. That's like an all-time sales. It's made its first sale in 2023 in September. But look at it. This year, it's making consistent sales, right? Doing pretty good. This definitely has potential to make even more sales. If you run a little bit more ads to it, I can see you do with something like this. You can definitely make more sales. So if you enjoy this type of content and you want more like this, watch this video right here next. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.